Welcome back. It's been a while, hasn't it? I haven't made a video in quite a long time. Little secret, I did actually make a video going around Sherwood Pines a couple of weeks ago, and it reminded me of how hard it is to actually make videos and have something to constantly be shooting. Really hard on a mountain bike. But today, I'm on the roadie, my Vitus ZX1, and I'm just going to take it out on the road today because it's absolutely beautiful, and give you some tips for going on longer rides, as we are almost at summer now and the weather is turning finally, so you can get out and enjoy a longer ride if you've maybe not done it before, or if you've only done a bunch of shorter rides. There are a few things to consider when going on longer rides. Tip number one, make sure that your bike is in good working order. Now, you don't have to go crazy with this. You don't have to do a full service before every bike ride, obviously, but simple stuff, like checking that your tyre pressures are correct. If you run tubeless tyres, these will deflate over time. So if you have not been out on the bike for a week or a couple of weeks, especially if you're gonna go do a long ride, I'd make sure and pump those tyres up to the recommended pressure, or the pressure that you run. You should also make sure that your gears are running properly. Does your chain need lube? That kind of thing. I don't do it every ride, but every 4 or 5 rides, and usually if I'm going on a long ride, I will just make sure that my components are tightened up to the correct torques. Now, if you've got a carbon bike, you should have a torque wrench. If not, it's definitely something you should invest in. Cycling is not a cheap sport, but that's important, especially when you're using carbon components. So if you're going out on a long ride, even if you know the local area, but you've not actually ridden that long before, chances are you're not going to know every single road, so it's actually really handy to use an app like Komoot, or I think you can do it on Strava as well. But you can plan your route in advance, so you can know exactly how long it's going to be, and then where all the turns are. And you can plan that on your app on your phone. You can either keep it on your app on your phone and use that to navigate, or you can actually send it to a bike computer and have that on the front of your bike. Now again, it's extra expense, you don't have to have a bike computer, but having that route planned out is going to save you from getting lost, having little issues of going down places where you're going to have to find out it's a dead end and turn around. If you're out on a long day on the bike, knowing where you're going is really important. Taking things like energy bars is actually really important as well. Now some people prefer to stop at shops and get things, which is absolutely fine. I do that quite a bit as well, to be honest. And on most rides now, I will have a coffee stop with a cake or a panini or something if I'm on a long ride for the day. But taking out energy gels, bars, just in case of an emergency, if you're getting really tired, it's really hot, you're 10K from the next local town or something like that, it can really sort of help you out if you're in a sticky situation. Anyway, it's time to get on the bike, so we're going to move to the GoPro footage now. Hopefully it looks all right. Off we go. Once you've planned your route, just before you head out on your ride, I would always recommend checking the weather, because if it is going to look a little bit hit and miss, you aren't sure if it's going to rain or not, I would definitely recommend taking a rain jacket or something as an extra layer. Sometimes you just get wet, that's fine. But cycling rain jackets pack down very, very compact now. Again, they're quite expensive, but they're very, very useful for long rides. So a rain jacket is not necessarily a must, but it's very handy. Just a little honourable mention, keep up with your fluids. That's important on any ride, but long rides especially. Meow. Lots of people out today. Beautiful smooth roads. Hey mate, always say hello to cyclists. Now I haven't followed this little tip today. Another one, surprise, surprise. I'm not really doing very well, am I? But taking spares, a little saddle bag with some tyre levers, a multi-tool, if you can, a little pump or a CO2 canister, and a spare inner tube. Even if you ride tubeless, you never know if you're going to get a puncture that the sealant won't seal. So taking a spare tube could just get you out of a pickle if you get one. Woo! So I just wanted to stop so I could give you a little bit of an update as to what's been going on, because it's been pretty mad sort of like year and a bit. In October, I quit my job at Ribble to go full-time on my own as a freelancer after finding out that my wife and I were going to have a baby, and Eleanor was born on the 28th of February this year, and it's been carnage, but great fun. Having a kid is absolutely the most mental but the most awesome thing. So it's been a bit full on. I've been working a lot with brands to make content for them, but I haven't really been able to focus on my own content for quite a long time, as you probably noticed in the amount of videos that I've put up. I actually found out that we were going to have a baby just after I came back from Italy, which is on the channel. And when I found out, I was trying to put quite a lot of things in place so that I could have more time and have this lifestyle. So I really put a lot of effort into that, and that's why I've not really uploaded a lot of content apart from a few dream builds, which is content I've made for other brands, etc. Anyway, going forward, that is going to shift, and I am going to be making more of my own content as well as making my brand content. So I'm really excited. I want to introduce you guys to a lot of the people that I've met, because I have met some insanely cool people through cycling who have all got amazing stories, very cool bikes, really cool rides that they go on, and I just feel like sharing their stories with you, learning more about these people, may inspire more to get on two wheels and get out riding bikes, which is just better for people in general, and I really do believe that. So yeah, there's a bit of an update for you. It's gonna be an awesome year, and the perfect time to start making more YouTube videos because the weather has finally got good. But anyway, let's get back to some tips. Something that is also really helpful, and really should be something that you have on any ride, even if it's not long, is daytime running lights. Just for safety in general. Because even if it's super sunny like today, you go through some shadows like there, and if you're not wearing bright kit, you can't really be seen very easily. Just keeping you safe on the road in general. Anything that's going to do that, I would always recommend. Another really important thing is to pace yourself, especially if you're doing a distance that you haven't done before, because your body hasn't done it before. You don't know what to expect. Your body doesn't know how to react, and you want it to be an enjoyable experience. You want to feel very, very proud and accomplished at the distance you've done, and feel like next time you could do it again, or you could even go further. You don't really want to be coming back dead, bonked, cramping up with headache, feeling crap, because you're never going to want to go out and do it again. And cycling's just the best. So pace yourself, enjoy it. If you can, pick a day where the weather is good, look at the forecast and decide today's the day. Long day. Don't plan other things, because if you're trying to get back in time for something, you're going to end up rushing, you're going to end up going too quickly, potentially, or you're going to want to cut it short in order to get back for what you need. Nice, steady pace, enjoy being on your bike, enjoy doing that distance, feel proud and accomplished when you get to the end, and make sure that you don't bonk, which takes me to the final point. Bonking is bad. So the food that we talked about earlier about taking on your ride is very important. How you consume it is even more important. Make sure that you are eating little and often. You don't have to take gels or energy bars if you don't want. You can stop at a co-op, get yourself some Haribos, get a banana, maybe a croissant if you want, and just make sure that you're eating regularly, especially if you're on a long ride. You don't want to be bonking, trust me. That is one of the most awful feelings ever. I never used to ride with chamois cream, but on longer rides, especially more recently, I found that it is a game changer. Cycling kit is designed specifically to be very comfortable, of course, But on long rides, if you're going out for 80k, 90k, 100k, maybe more, chafing is kind of inevitable. You're sitting on a bike saddle, you're not sitting on an armchair. So using chamois creams, rub it in the pad, you don't need to rub it in your bits. Get it on nice and early so it warms up and it's not freezing cold when you get on the bike. It does actually make a massive difference. No rubbing, no chafing, and a more all-round comfortable experience. It's just one less thing to worry about when you're putting in the miles and you're achy and you're sore and you're tired. You don't want to be chafing and rubbing as well. So yeah, there's a little tip. Anyways, we're on our way home. So let's get the hammer down. Aussie crunch. Awesome, thank you. I found myself an iced latte, so that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope these tips have helped. If they've helped you unlock those extra miles on the bike, I'd love to know down in the comments, so let me know. What's the longest ride that you've been on? Have these tips helped? Did you know them already? Maybe you did. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, smash the like button, subscribe below for more, and hit that bell icon so you can see every time I upload. Until the next one, take care of yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye.